quickly. All right, so I'm going to go over the wake-up call really quickly. So the wake-up call on yesterday, who listened to it? Just raise your hand quick. Anybody? Natalie, you did. Christina. You didn't, Samantha?
No.
Oh, I thought you said you were getting on it.
No, I missed it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so there's always the recording. And it was really good too. So go back and do the replay if you can remember to do that.
Okay.
Okay, so this was just about a coach, you guys. She was scared and skeptical about the business when she started. Lots of issues with her marriage. Her marriage was crumbling. They were $200,000 in debt with their student loans, and basically all they were doing was fighting about their financial situation and basically living to paycheck. They were thinking about having a family, but she kept thinking about their situation they were in and how could they ever, start a family being in that situation and always fighting. So I'm pretty sure, she saw a coach's video on Facebook talking about the opportunity, and she reached out and she signed up with her, her first program in Shakeology as a challenger, but as a coach, and started on her own journey, sharing her journey. So her fear of having kids and being in that situation was basically what motivated her to really dive into this business. And when she first started, she really just wanted to maybe make about $500 extra a month. And she said that she would commit all in for at least 2 years before giving up. So you know what? I'm going to give this my all for 2 years and see what I can do with it before I just give up. So her first action was doing the 21-day fix. She stuck to it, and she said, "My body is my business." And I love that. Basically, you have to be a product of the product. You have to be, so anytime I want to cheat on something, a lot of the times what I remind myself is that not only will I be mad after, but it's also part of my business. Like, to fuel my own body right and be that example is part of my business. So she was really talking about belief and how it all comes down to belief. And I talked about this on our coach launch team call the other night. And if you truly believe your words and story could save somebody's life, you'd share it proudly. So do you believe that your story and what you have to say on Facebook could change someone else's life? Because if you did, you would have no fear in sharing that. You'd want to change someone else's life. Belief is what holds people back, and belief is gained from doing the daily action. So once again, hesitation, action cures fear, and hesitation breeds it. So just getting in there and doing the action and starting to share your journey and all that good stuff. Hey, Patty, welcome. So once again, I'm sure you guys know this quote, but faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase, right? So you might not see obviously you're not going to see if this is going to be a success for you or not. But it's just about having that faith and having that belief and taking the very first step in your business. So these are her three steps. She started with the fix. She believed and she trusted the process. Number 2, she shared her journey. And she wasn't active on Facebook before this, so she wasn't used to posting or, showing up every single day. So she got used to that as she started her business. So she's saying that every day she shared one thing about her journey, whether it was she was shocked how much food she actually got on the 21-day fix, and how much food she could fit into the tiny containers when you actually break it apart, because you guys know that it's a lot of food when you do break it down. How maybe she didn't think she'd be able to complete her workout or that last rep of push-ups, but she did it, and she's feeling great. And then just sharing her progress photos every week. Every single week, she reshared her progress updates, and that's really what kept her accountable, knowing that people were waiting to see the next week's progress photos. So sharing her journey, And also encouraging everybody to take their before and after pictures, because you might not see your results in the mirror looking at yourself every day, but when you compare your day 1 to your day 7, 14, 21, that's really where you see the differences. And then number 3 was inviting. So reaching out, starting new conversations, and inviting people to join her in her journey. Now, one thing she said to you guys, and I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm not even in the topic of the call yet, and this is just so much information from the wake-up call. I didn't think it was this long, but trying to move along here. So she was saying a lot of times coaches on her team will say, oh, everyone's telling me no. You know, I'm reaching out and I'm inviting people. Everyone's telling me no, or they're not interested. They can't afford it. But she always asks, well, how many people did you invite? If it's only 4 to 5 people, you guys, you need to invite a lot more than that. So it's going to take a lot more than just 4 to 5 people to get a yes and to get people to join you. You might get 1 person for every 10 people that you actually invite and you start conversations with. Also, every time someone you help has success, it will boost your confidence. It motivates you to reach out and help more and more people, right? When you can help somebody and they're feeling good and they're happy, they're more confident. Anytime I have challengers in my group and they start seeing results and seeing success, loving Shakeology, all I want to do is shout it out to the world even more, because a lot of times these people maybe didn't believe in it at first, and maybe it took me 2 to 3 months to get them started, but now they're completely obsessed and loving it and thanking me that I didn't give up on them. So that motivates me even more to help more people. She was really emotional at the end, crying, because she said if she didn't, take this leap of faith, she would have no idea where her life is today. And that I'm pretty sure her and her husband are both full-time coaches now and just absolutely loving their life, having complete freedom. Okay, so that's it, you guys. All right, so moving on, I'm going to be talking about objection and rejection. So we'll try to get through as much as we can. So the first thing is, once again, your level of confidence will have, and sorry that I keep looking down, but it's from notes that I took from a video. So your level of confidence will have everything to do with your invites, your follow-ups, and your ability to be okay with hearing the word no. So once again, all going back to that confidence. And then how do you cure your fear? By taking action. Action cures it. Hesitation breeds it. And when someone tells you no, it's really just a not right now. Okay? It's just a not right now. And so I love this part of what I wanted to share with you guys. And I just actually read it and heard of this the first time ever myself. So I'm like, oh my God, I love it. So what we need to focus on is just asking people to join, so that, first of all, if and when they do need a change and they're ready to make that change, they're going to remember you and they're going to come back to you, right? And if you don't ask them, somebody else will. So a lot of times that motivates me enough right there. The fact that if I don't ask, somebody else will. And the worst they're going to do is maybe say no. And then at least there's that seed planted. Because I've reached out to people before and they didn't even know that I was a coach, and I've invited them and they're like, oh, I wish I knew that you ran groups. Somebody else invited me and I'm getting started on Monday. So, if you don't ask them, somebody else will. Okay, so that's so now the key is how you respond and follow up when people tell you no. So I just made these edits to our team, the scripts I use daily in my business. I put a lot of new changes in that today. So, who's puppy?
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So basically there's scripts now in there, you guys. I'm just going to mute. I don't know whose dog.
I was going to say,
Oh, okay, Patty, perfect. So there's scripts in there now for how to handle the someone telling you no. So basically, this is, I changed it in our team page, but okay, no worries if, no worries. I run the groups every month. Would you like me to follow up with you next month and see if that's a better time for you? So basically just following up, and then also offering, is there anything I can help you with right now? Any recipes or any motivation, just know that I'm here for you and you can reach out anytime. So making sure that just because they tell you no, you're not like, okay, see ya. You really want to handle it well. Like, in the meantime, is there anything I can help you with? Are you struggling with any kind of like recipes or meal prep? So you can still add that value, because that's just going to build the relationship and the trust with that person. So don't analyze every no or maybe, and keep in mind that they aren't saying no to you personally. They personally just may not be ready, they just may not be ready. They may have a current plan they're already doing. The finances are in the way, etc. But you guys, trust me, for doing this for 3 years now, I can tell you that probably 80% of the people that I've invited, if they told me no, they've looped back around. I hear from them 3 months later, maybe a month later, sometimes even a full year later, but I still hear from them. So instead, we have to train our brains, and I love this part. This is what I was excited about. So we have to train our brains to get excited when someone says no or ignores you, because that means that it's a new seed planted. So instead of like that getting us discouraged, like, oh my God, it's another no, I can't take this, everyone's telling me no, just be positive and think about the fact that you're inviting and that you're planting seeds. Because before you actually reached out and invited that person, maybe they didn't know that you run fitness groups, but now you planted that seed. And when they are ready, most likely they're going to come back to you, because they're going to remember you. Hey, oh yeah, you know what? I really need to lose 20 pounds. I'm ready. And oh my God, that Jess Hergert girl, I remember she invited me to some kind of fitness challenge. All right, yeah, I'm going to message her. That type of thing. So that's also why you want to keep track of everybody that you talk to. If someone says, yeah, follow up with me next month, that would be great. I'd appreciate that. A lot of times people do say that. They'll be like, oh, I'd appreciate if you follow up with me. It's adding value and good customer service. And then also when you go to follow up the next month, if you ask for approval of that, you're not coming off like as pushy or like, oh, hi, it's me again, because they gave you approval to reach back out and follow up with them the second month. So that's why it's good, and you need to keep track of your conversations that you're having, especially if they told you to follow up with them. Just jot it down on a piece of paper, like my pink sheet that I have here, all of my people that I am thinking are going to be ordering this month. I highlight them in pink when they do order. And then my May group, I'm already starting to write down all the names that are going to be in my May Fitness Challenge. So maybe if they said May, just jot their name down by May, and then you can reference your little pink sheet and follow back up with them. So once again, this is a good little key piece of information. Studies show that it takes up to 7 times for a person to see what you're doing before they actually like really notice it. So that's why posting every day, 2 to 3 times a day, constantly sharing your journey on social media is so important, because it's going to take people a while to pick up on what you're doing, and they need to see that consistency. But also, posting on social media every day is a form of planting seeds. So when people see your post of you all happy and smiling in the morning with your shake, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, what is that? Sharing your fitness journey, your progress photos, that type of thing. Those are all publicly planting seeds and basically making people curious on what you're doing. And I was going to say something else there. Oh yeah. Also think about people. So people telling you no. Another thing is that it's also, studies show that it's also known people have to get at least 5, 6, 7 invites before they actually are ready to commit to whatever it is. So think about how long it took you yourself to get started with Beachbody, with whoever invited you. If I'm your coach and whatever, think about maybe how long it took you to actually say yes to signing up for a challenge pack. I know Dahlia, who signed up as a coach this month, it took her like a month and a half, which isn't long, but I reached out to her over and over and over again for her to actually sign up and join, and now she's loving it, and she's a coach on our team, which is awesome. So think about your own situation. You can't expect people to just be up and ready and giving you a yes on your very first invitation. It may take a couple of times and to build that trust with people. So don't sell people, share your passion instead, give recommendations and add value, even if they tell you no, because that's just going to keep that trust and that relationship being built. Because honestly, if I was invited to something and then I was like, oh, I really can't right now, and then they just kind of shooed away and like had no more interest in me, I'd be like, that's funny. All they wanted was a sale. But if they kept asking or they made a second comment like, so what are your plans for the weekend? After they already told me no type of thing and kept that conversation going, then I'd be like, okay, so they're actually interested in me in general, not just me signing up and buying something. So stop feeling bad about reaching out and offering somebody a solution. We should not feel afraid to offer this amazing solution and opportunity to people. And all you have to do is keep in mind how good you personally feel. How good do each of you guys feel with working out and drinking your shakes every day? Amazing, right? So
Yep.
Why don't we want to share that with everybody? Can't fear no. You cannot fear no. So once again, if you have had results, you're having more energy, your clothes are fitting better, and why don't you want to share that with people? Have them experience it for themselves. So the formula for success is people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And that was in the video in the coach training today. So people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So you need to share why you're doing this, share your journey. People have to see your passion and why you're doing this on social media. They were talking about, like Apple brand and why people go with them, because they're really connected to their core values and their why as a company, and that's draws people into them overall as a company, that type of stuff. So share why you're doing this, share your story, and that will connect the dots for people. People can buy Shakeology from the websites, so why are they going to buy it from you? They can buy it from any coach. Why are they going to buy it from you? People want to buy it and join somebody who is consistent, who's dedicated, who's adding value, who's motivating them, just adding value, tips, recipes, motivating them, and who's consistent. That's who they want to buy from and work with. Do you guys have any questions so far? No? You guys taking good notes? Natalie, I loved your face.
I type all my notes too, so I'm just like sitting here typing away.
That's such a good idea. It's so much easier than writing them. I figured you were. I could see that you were doing that. I was like, she's on her computer, and I think she's taking notes. So
totally am.
All right, good.
I have pretty colored pens though.
Oh, I love it. Hey, Natalie loves colored pens too. Yeah, Natalie always uses colored pens. It makes it fun.
It does.
All right, so now I'm going to move on to objections a little bit more and just get through as much as I can, and then we can always just finish this off, or I could go live in our team page later in the week and finish it off if that works best. But so Bonnie Engel, she's like, I think number 2 in the company, and she has a great video. It's an hour and 10 minutes long. And I only got through like 25 minutes today. I'll share that video as well in the team page so that you guys can each watch it and pause it and take pictures of the scripts if you want to. It's absolutely amazing. And she did such a great job at like putting all the scripts out, but the only problem is you can't copy and paste because they're pictures on a video. So I was basically writing them all down or typing them on my phone and then saving them into our Team Evolution file. But basically, objections, you guys, you have to realize that every coach in the company hears objections and hears no every single day. And you might think that the top coaches in the company are not hearing no's because they're so successful. But the truth of the matter is that they're hearing no way more than any of us, because they're talking to more people. They're reaching out to more people. And they're not afraid to hear no at all. Like, it doesn't even faze them because they know it just means not right now, and they're planting that seed. So a lot of the time people say no because of their own limiting belief to being able to accomplish a program, get fit, etc. So even with the coaching opportunity, sometimes people might tell you no, and for me, I always find that. I'll be like, oh my goodness, you should think about coaching. And the first thing I hear is, oh my goodness, I wouldn't be good at that. I could never do that. Once again, they're self-limiting beliefs. And my first thing is, oh my goodness, like, why do you say that? You could totally do this. Anybody could do this. You know, I didn't think I could do it, but I just took that first step and believed in myself. But so a lot of times people tell you no, not because they're not exactly interested, or like I already said, they aren't ready or whatever, but because of their own limiting beliefs within themselves, not believing that they could do a fitness challenge or a fitness program. So no time. And we all know that this can be solved and that we can make it work in terms of like not having time to fit in workouts. A lot of times people will hear that. I don't have any time to do workouts. My life is so crazy, right? So if they don't, the objections, we have to help them understand and show them that they do have time. It's just about what is a priority and how they could fit it into their lifestyle. So we have to help break down these objections so that people can better understand that they can do X, Y, and Z. So objections are, if you guys want to write these down, objections are normal. They are bound to happen. Human nature, a defense mechanism, not a no, a learning experience, not something to give up over, a challenge. And by a challenge, I mean just a challenge. It's not a big deal. It's just maybe make you work a little bit harder with somebody in terms of helping them understand whatever objection it is. But they're normal, bound to happen, human nature, a defense mechanism, not a no, a learning experience, not something you just throw your business away on, and they're just a challenge. And then also, you guys, so once again, when people don't answer, it's usually a defense mechanism. Maybe they're uncomfortable, sharing that they can't afford it because they're living paycheck to paycheck right now. Or maybe they're unsure if they can complete a fitness program and they're just uncomfortable and maybe even slightly nervous to get started with you. So it's not about you, they're ignoring you. It could just be a defense mechanism within themselves. Now, objections are a learning experience because you can help others understand their objection by breaking it down for them and then possibly even turning it into a yes. So if somebody says that they don't have time and you help them see, you know what, you relate with them. I didn't think I was going to have time either, but I just set my alarm 45 minutes earlier, and now I push play before I go to work. I don't have to worry about it at the end of my day. And I feel absolutely amazing. Or if I don't get it in the morning, instead of watching my favorite TV show at night, I just push play for 30 minutes then. So handling that objection, showing them how they could fit it in. And then maybe that would lead them to a yes, still signing up for the challenge pack. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe I could do this. So these experiences and having to deal with these objections are going to make you a better leader, because as you handle the objections, you'll then be able to turn around and share that and pass that knowledge on with your team as you guys start forming your own teams of coaches. So these objections help us become better coaches and better mentors. When you get an objection, accept it and know that it's just giving you a bit more of a challenge, something to work through. So the first one we're going to talk about, you guys, is the money objection. So the money objection. Let me see, actually. Okay, so this is basically a quote, or, you know, a script that I wrote down from Bonnie Engel. And it says, so some people think it's a high upfront cost, but it's actually saved me so much money. I was paying, so also you guys maybe don't write this down. I'm just going to read it really fast, but you'll get the idea. I was paying so many useless fees to gyms that I barely used and got no support. And because the fees were so small, I didn't really care and never truly committed myself. However, when I invested $160, you bet your butt I was going to give it my all. So basically talking about, you know, yeah, it may seem like a lot of money, but it's actually, you know, obviously this doesn't break it down so much, but basically saying all those gym fees that she wasn't going to the gym, and they were so small, maybe $10, $15 a month, that she wasn't really dedicating herself. And I find that when people just sign up for like the 21-day fix and not Shakeology, I feel like they don't really go all in because they don't have the full package and they only invested $60. But when people sign up with the full shebang with the Shakeology and they invest more money, they take it way more seriously because of the cost invested. Like, okay, so I invested this money, now I need to do it. So that's another reason why I always, you know, explain the difference in value of the whole package. Like, I find that in my challenge groups, when people sign up for the full package, I know it's an investment, but it's an investment in your health. And I do find that people have not only better results, but they are more committed to the challenge. Okay, so yes, breaking down the money objection. So Shakeology, right? Shakeology. I never just tell somebody when they ask me how much is a bag of Shakeology, I never say $130. Never. So never say that. That sounds really scary, right? It sounds so big, and it's really not, because if you really treat Shakeology as a $4 a day meal replacement, $4 a day for your healthiest meal of the day on the run, loaded with high quality protein, superfoods. It's your multivitamin every day. It's going to help you with energy, reduce cravings. You do it for breakfast. $4 a day for the healthiest meal of your day is nothing. So I always break it down anytime they ask me, hey, how much is Shakeology? Hey, I'd love to share information with you on that. So basically it's about $4 a day, and it does act as a complete meal that you do once a day. And then once again, for the $99, let's say the on-demand all access, $99 for the year. That doesn't sound expensive anyways to have full access, but you can even take that and break that down and tell people it's $8 a month. You sign up for the $99 up front, but it's really just $8 a month for a gym membership to have all of our fitness programs, which is amazing. And then when I talk about the challenge packs, of course, I break that down. So you guys see in our scripts in the team page that, when someone's ready to do the 21-day fix challenge pack, I then break it all down. So with the 21-day fix, you're going to get the 8 30-minute workouts, a bonus DVD, the meal plan, the prepping containers, a shaker cup, a full bag of Shakeology, and me and my support group, all for $160. So breaking it all down, sharing everything, because it really does sound a great value when you list and you itemize it out like that. Another thing that I always do, though, with the Shakeology, and I added this to our team page as well in the script. So really go through there, you guys, someday when you have the time, and read that entire document of the scripts I use daily, because there's some good little nuggets in there that I even forget about and I never use. And I was like reading them today and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. And I never use it. So feel, felt, and found. When people say Shakeology is too expensive, or, oh, I'm interested, but it's too expensive for me. It's not on my budget. You want to do feel, felt, and found. You always want to relate with people first. I know completely how you feel, or wait a minute, feel, felt, found. Yes, I know exactly how you feel. I felt that same way. Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I once felt that same way, but what I found is that since I started drinking Shakeology every day, I've actually saved a ton of money because I'm not grabbing food out anymore. So whatever you guys used to do, whether it was buy Starbucks coffees every day or pick up a salad every day for $7, $8, I'm not doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm also meal prepping and only buying the amount of groceries I need, etc. So you basically break that down, feel, felt, and found. I used to feel that same way, but what I found was I actually save money on the Shakeology now, and hey, guess what? I'm also healthier, right? Not buying junk food and all that stuff. You guys can also mention the 30-day money-back guarantee when they have the price objection. I always say, I know, a lot of people are skeptical, but what's great about it is if you are skeptical, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So basically what that means is you can completely drink the entire bag of Shakeology, and if you're not happy, you don't have more energy, you don't feel results or have reduced cravings, you can get a complete refund even if you send back an empty bag. And it's true. Beachbody will give a full refund even if they drank the entire bag. So you could always use that as like a last resort if somebody has a money objection. And then obviously another thing I do is our 7-pack sampler of Shakeology. So if they don't want to do a full 30-day supply of Shakeology and invest in that, then I talk to them about our 7-pack sampler. So get started, let's say, on the 21-day fix, and then we have our 7-pack sampler, which would be a great way for you to try each flavor and also, make sure you don't have any issues or sensitivities with it, that type of thing. See which flavor you like best. So never forget about the 7-pack sampler. That's a great way for people to try it. And when people order the sampler, they typically always order a full bag. So I would rather get them to do the sampler than no Shakeology at all, because this way they can try every flavor out, and then they'll be able to, or they'll want to get a full bag. All right, you guys, this is going to cut out in a minute. What we could do is either just leave off where we are here, and I can finish this up next week, or if any of you guys want to get back on, I can restart a video. So either way, it's up to you guys. What do you guys think? It would probably be another 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
I can do 10 minutes. I can do that.
Yeah, I can do it too.
All right. So I'm going to end this one and we'll get right back on. For those of you who want to get back on, I'll repost the link. You can get back on. If you're not getting back on, thanks for hopping on. And I hope you have a great night. And I will see you guys in a second, though. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.